So going back to starting our curriculum, we had been given the materials in the summer of 2020 during the COVID lockdown situation. And so as we were looking through those materials, we had kind of realized that we were going to have to turn everything upside down as far as everything we had been doing over the past 10 years that I had been teaching. And so we were a little nervous about that. We had to go through and change our report cards, change our benchmark assessments. We had to change our pacing guides. And starting this curriculum and these materials was a really big leap of faith for us. We didn't really know what we were getting into yet. We were a little bit concerned with the change, a little bit concerned of how we're going to implement a new curriculum in the midst of all of the COVID situations that we had going on. So we decided as a team that we were just going to jump in and go for it. And it was quite a year because we had gone through virtual situations, hybrid situations where we didn't have students at school a lot. And we were wondering, how's this going to go? But during that school year, we were really surprised to find out that our students were growing, they were making gains, they were really picking things up despite all the challenges that we had gone through with it being a new curriculum, with all of the changes in our schedules, and the students were just growing by leaps and bounds. So this past summer, leading into the 2021-2022 school year, we went to the Tennessee is Best for All training, the Reading 360, and learned about the science of reading. And it was really eye-opening after having a year of experience with the curriculum already, because we were able to really see the why for what we had already been doing. We already had a lot of knowledge of the curriculum at that point to be able to put it together. And so coming into this school year, 2021-2022, I knew that our governor was really pushing for us to be in school a lot more this year. So all of that leading together, I was really excited to start this school year and see if we were going to still see those same really good results, and even better with the students being here every day. So what we've been witnessing this school year is just, I feel like, phenomenal. So the first couple units of the curriculum are very much pre-reading and pre-writing skills. And starting in Unit 3, we get into start teaching letter sounds. And then as soon as you start teaching letter sounds, you go right into reading words with those sounds. So about every 3 weeks, we give an assessment over what we've learned during that time frame. So this is my assessment from Unit 3. At this point, we have taught 8 letter sounds, and they are reading words with those sounds. And then I like to color code my assessment so I can kind of see just at a glance where everybody is. So the pinks are well below expectation. The yellows are below. The greens are at expectation, and the blues are above. So you can see that we've got all kinds of colors going on, all kinds of levels, which is normal to start out kindergarten. They have different backgrounds, and you have all kinds of differences going on. So by the next unit, Unit 4, we had taught 8 more sounds and started making words with those 8 new sounds. We had basically doubled what they had learned at that point. And so even though we were doubling what they had learned, you can see the difference of a whole lot less pinks, a lot less greens. You can see, or a lot more greens, a lot more greens and blues and less pinks and yellows. So by the next unit, we had actually taught all of the sounds that we were going to teach up to that point. We were using and reading and writing words with those sounds. And so you can see at that point, all of the yellows and all of the pinks were gone. leaving just blues and greens. So I really feel like you can definitely see the gap being closed as the school year has gone along.